Hello Libra, this is your reading for the next, well, the rest of September, probably all of October, and actually it might be a wee bit longer for you, Libra, because where you've come through on my grand tableau is fairly early into the reading here, so we might have, 7 weeks or, 7 months on this reading. I have intentioned it for each line to represent a week, so I'm really looking at a 7-week period here. So we'll start with your dice. Libra came through in the dice. I hadn't chosen to read for Libra, so that's just confirming who I'm reading for. And you've got the 4th house in Mercury. So the 4th house, maybe your home environment, your parents, your parents. There may be communication because we do have Mercury here, so communication with regards to 4th house, with regards to property or parents, basically, for this time period. Your first 2 oracle cards are pretty heavy. Strangely Lonely is not an unusual one for Libra. I have pulled this a lot. It's holding on way too tight to something that needs to be probably let go. It often comes through as lonely in your own relationship, this card. And I've got it with Alice in a Sea of Tears, which is obviously a really, really sad card. It feels very fluctuating emotions is really what I'm getting from the centre of your spread. Your emotional health is very much in focus, and it's almost like one minute you're all smiles and everything's good, next minute the clouds come in and obliterate that, and it feels kind of like choppy, changey. Now, it may not be you. The lily is on the house of the tree, which can represent an elder, so it may well be your parents that are in focus this month. But Alice is in the Sea of Tears is saying that you've been through something that's really difficult. You might still be holding on to it, but you ultimately kind of need to let go of it here. This is about having made an escape or making an escape from a very difficult situation. You might be a little bit overwhelmed or feeling, sort of traumatized with the emotional fallout from whatever this may be for you. But and it can suggest like a new location, because she's getting out of the water, out of her deep emotions, and following the little rat here, who's swimming to the shores. So it's cast away out of your depth and feeling abandoned. So you might not feel a huge amount of support this month as well, but it's kind of saying to me that there's some sort of upheaval that you're probably going through during this time period, Libra. You might be feeling you've made a mistake or you've taken a wrong turn, but it's telling you that help is here, and there is an important change that you will make or have made, and ultimately it is going to be okay. And why I'm saying this kind of fluctuation, that you've got the Infinite, which is a card of rebirth. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is speaking about reveling in your newfound freedom. There might be blockages that you've been dealing with that are kind of, falling away. So it's about stretching your wings and, celebrating, preparing to take flight. It's incredibly positive. And at the same time, I've got the butterfly spirit in reverse, which is saying to me, you're kind of not there yet. You're still in the cocoon stage here. It might be a little bit painful. Your little body's all breaking down here and you have to sort of re-emerge. So it is fluctuating. It is a fairly extensive, time period. There are big changes. And I think the best advice, and we will take advice obviously at the end of the reading, is my turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. So this is about taking things one flipper at a time to ensure you don't become emotionally overwhelmed. Just take your time, dealing with what it is you're going to be dealing with, and you will get to safe shores. So as you know, in Lenormand, I'll say it again, especially if it makes it onto YouTube, there can be a lot of soundbite messages. I will pull the story together and I will be using some clarification. I'll be looking specifically at the 3 cards coming into the reading, which represents where you are or what you're dealing with, you in specifically. I'll be looking at the wider picture, the frame of the reading, the core of the reading, your final 4 cards of destiny, sometimes advice, but the kind of outcome, if you like. And I'll be doing some chaining with regards to you come through here, and the significant man in your life. You can switch your genders here. I'm reading for a Libra female, and this is a significant man, but if you have a significant woman in your life, you can switch that gender. You'll understand when I get to clarification who's who. So let's just get started. Now, I've got 3 pointers where a card comes up in Lenormand on the house of the card. It's like a doubler. So it's particular attention is to be paid to these. And we have got the clover in the house of the clover, which is incredible good luck. It's not massive usually, but it is. It's very uplifting. It's very fun. It can be about taking a bit of a gamble. We've got the stars in the house of the stars, one of my favourite cards. It can speak of a lot of, it can speak of illumination, but it's also about destiny and wishes being fulfilled. It can speak of social media as well these days. And on the anchor, we've got the anchor. So job might be in focus. This is looking at stability, your livelihood, you know, putting down roots, being immovable. But for me, it is my job card, and that is in your final 4 cards. So coming into the reading, we have got the path, the clover, and the garden here. So this can be that there's a choice about a meeting. There's possibly an invitation. I'm looking at the wider frame. There might be an invitation to join a new group here. But this is speaking, there's a positive decision. There's a lucky decision that you're likely to make or have made very recently. This can speak about, you know, a happy, fun group. It can speak about, you know, teams. It can be like competitive teams, you know, like a volleyball team or something like that. Or board games even, but it's very much speaking about kind of being on the winning team. It's like it can be a serendipitous meeting. It's most likely to be in the outdoors, possibly the countryside here, but it's incredibly positive, and this clover is giving you a wee bit of a lift, yeah. The surrounding energy, we have got this decision again with the pathways here. The pathways is about any sort of choice. It can speak of exit routes as well sometimes. There are decisions that need to be made. It can speak of freedom or a roadmap. And this roadmap might be one where, I don't know if you're going to take a wrong turn or not, because the bouquet is under the house of the snake, and the snake is obviously a trouble in the main. If it's in relation to a journey, you're not dealing with a third party or infidelity or any sort of, you know, cheating. This is speaking about kind of a long road for a shortcut. It's a very long winding road in the country, and it can speak about, you know, being lost or, you know, deliberately misled, because the snake can suggest jealousy or a rival. And it's on the house of the bouquet, so it's almost like an invitation. I think someone has an invitation here, more likely from a man, unless, yeah, of some sort of illicit affair, actually. That's really what I'm feeling, because the other 2 corners are the bouquet and the man. And this is a gift or an invitation, but it involves a snake, it involves some sort of lying or, you know, treachery or backstabbing. So just something to be aware of coming in here. You do have this choice. It does seem like you've made a very lucky decision in terms of this meeting or group that you choose to get involved in. But there is an invitation here, or a gift or a surprise involving a snake. Okay, so central energy Libra. We have got the moon, the tree, key, sun, clouds, ship. So I'm feeling, and this is the central line as well, obviously, the health is really what I'm focused on here, and it is emotional health. So if you've had some issues with regards to your emotional health, with the key here, it's saying that, you know, there will be a bit of a breakthrough, there will be answers. This is an incredibly positive card, the key. It speaks of, you know, it's a yes card in the main. It's speaking of improved health. Things are going to get a lot better. You're going to get answers, especially with the stars coming next, which is a card of healing. The reason I'm seeing a fluctuation here is because of the sun and the clouds coming together. So this is like being, you know, really emotionally very happy, or you might have a reputation for being like, you know, very cheery and everything's going okay. But under it all, you have got some clouds here. You have got some worry. There's something that's troubling you. There's something you're not able to see properly when the clouds come into focus. It may specifically be with relation to travel. There might be this meeting that it's sort of already starting to repeat as a message, and you find Lenormand does do that over time. There is some sort of a trip here, and this trip is on the card of the heart, so it would be a romantic trip, it would be a romantic getaway, and I just don't know if this is some invitation to have an illicit affair. So there's trouble about that. There's doubt. Now, this might be that you're doubting someone else and they're going away on a wee trip, and you think they might be with their, you know, secretary. I don't know, but sometimes the snake, and I will clarify it, can represent a woman in glasses. Okay, so I don't know if you're kind of troubled by that, or this is you that has this invitation and you're not really sure whether to trust it. You know, you're not sure if it's going to lead you up the garden path here, because the clouds are on the house of the mice, and the mice is something that creates anxiety, something that eats away at you. It can speak if it's a health issue, feeling particularly fatigued. It can speak of any sort of infestation or, you know, bug. And this mice coming up here is on the house of the snake. So this snake is really, really important in your reading. It is forming the frame. It is on the house of the bookie. And it is creating suspicion, doubt, and cloudiness. Might be something you're not seeing, or that you suspect that there's something going on. But this is something that is eating away at you, or, you know, someone else, but I'm reading it as you, because the mice is here. But the mice is also a thief. That something is taken away. But I think in terms of what's been taken away here, it's someone's peace of mind, ultimately, with the clouds. It's someone's peace of mind. This can speak of letting the keys to a car, a new car, possibly a new car. I just think there's something about a trip here that you're planning, or that may, you know, pop out of nowhere. The clover is kind of unexpected, and you're deliberating whether to go or not. But I also think it's something you feel kind of excited about. It might be something you're very attracted to. It may involve someone you're attracted to. The moon can speak of attraction here. It's something new that you're attracted to. It could be a job offer for some of you, but I'm conscious that the moon, this, which can speak of attraction, intuition, dreams, is on the house of the child. And this child coming through here is a secret. This is like a secret new, I don't know if it's a new friendship, Libra. It's right next to the dog, which speaks to me about maybe an old childhood friend. It can mean, you know, your children and your pets. That's maybe just what's in focus. But this sort of attraction, igniting this journey of the heart, like a romantic, attractive rendezvous, involves a new friend. And there's communication coming in from this friend who's a dog. And the communication that's coming in from this friend, right above his head, I know you can't see it, but it's the, I can't get them all in. There you go. It's the coffin. And there's something ending up here. The coffin is on the house of the dogs. This may be a friendship that has ended. Because this friendship, this new meeting, this possible, you know, attraction or romantic get together, has got the snake on the same line, and the man as well. There's something there. So that's your core, that's your frame, that's your entry. Let's have a wee look. Now, because we are in the fourth house, I'm going to look at the house here. Now, it is so showing us in your past, but it's also where your focus is. The house and the bear coming together speak to me about the, you know, the matriarch, the mother of the property. It can mean that you're very protective about your home environment. This can also speak of money. So you might be looking to buy property. You might be looking to make an investment in property. It might be a new investment. It might be a second home for some of you. It might be a home in the, you know, the mountains. Like, let's just have a look. So the fox is above the home here. Now, the foxes can be a thief. He's someone you can't trust. He's someone who's crafty and a bit fly. And he's ultimately, he or she, it is being cut out because it's on the house of the scythe here. So there might have been, like, you know, some selfishness. I don't know specifically as regards to money and property or the mother. The secret that's being kept here, if you like, is to do with the lily. And the lily to me is an elder of some sort. On the house of the tree speaks of someone's health. Now, it can be like a long-lasting condition. These cards combined usually speak of an age-related illness, and especially with the clouds here, it can speak that someone has, you know, is forgetting things, you know, can be Alzheimer's, dementia, that sort of thing. It's an age-related illness. It's something that's probably chronic, something been going on for some time. And it is connected with a relationship of some sort. So let me just look at your energy and what's above you here. We have got the bear and the ring, and this speaks of a financial transaction. Now it can be a contract involving money, or it can be a contract involving a boss, a new boss. It could be like an interview here, because the bear's on the house of the garden. There may be some sort of, like, you know, public get together here to discuss a contract. There's a lot of discussion about whatever this ring represents, and it can be a relationship. You've got the sun here, which speaks of, you know, happiness and new beginnings and a lot of fun stuff. But you're keeping a secret. You're keeping a secret, I believe, Libra, because the secret is under your feet here. And this is something that is usually known to you. And again, we have some sort of meeting here, get together, involving this relationship. I just don't know if it's someone new or is someone you're in a current partnership with that you're having a meeting about. So in this past line here, we have got some blockages. Now I'm focusing on this because you're coming through on the house and the mountain, which should suggest that you are either at a distance from someone, dealing with an issue abroad, or that you're dealing with some blocks and obstacles in your life just now, and the mountain is right there. So there might have been recent blocks that have been cleared. Coming back to your oracle cards here, I don't know how far along you are in the process, but there are blocks here, and these blocks are around arguments, the whip, and this can be aggressive arguments, especially with the bear. The bear can speak of aggression and dominance and physical power, and to see the mountain and the bear together, that can be a fairly sizable enemy or a very large obstacle to get around here. And there are some gloom, if you like, because of arguments that may even have been physical. It's in your past here. And yet you do have the clover that's kind of like lighting up here. I don't know if there's like a new relationship that's kind of like got you buzzing, and this is something in your past here. So you're, as I say, in this line currently, you're keeping a wee secret. I don't know if the secret is specifically in relation to an older man, or it can be a health issue. It may just be that you're being very discreet about something. I'm not going to clarify that, Libra, because I think it's your secret, and that's probably not what you want out in your reading. I can see that there's burdens here coming through. This will be within the next, you know, week or month. With regards to property, there is an issue with regards to property that's creating some weight here. And in terms of what has been, you know, cut out or omitted, it's actually on the house of the sun here. This can mean sudden happiness, you know, a bit of a breakthrough. But I feel there's something coming in here, and it may be a health issue with an elder that in some ways spoils, you know, this happiness. There's like a bit of a blip here, but it may just be that this worry is coming through about this financial transaction. There's a financial transaction, and a very positive one, possibly involving a friend or a new friendship, and involving property here, because this dog is mirroring the home, and the home is on the house of the Tower, which speaks of, you know, a legal agreement involving a house. It can be like official documents regarding property here. But there is a financial transaction here involving property, and there's just some doubt about it. There's some doubt about it. I'm just going to finish this off before I get into clarification. Because in the next line up, we have got discussions here, and these discussions are specifically in relation to what's troubling you. Not only is it on the house of the clouds, it's actually knighting the clouds here. And the moon, so there's like an emotional discussion here. It can sometimes speak of rumours or confusing conversations, you know, people that speak in riddles. You're getting news here almost that you kind of don't know what to do with it, you don't know what to make of it, and yet we do have the answers. The answers are coming. These are answers probably in relation to money, or coming back to the mother of the home here. There is a breakthrough kind of conversation here that's going to sort of get things moving. There's a little bit of a snag here, but then I'm seeing things are moving. The ship and the letter can speak of travel documents, you know, passports, visas, or literally just tickets. There is a communication coming through here, which is not only mirroring the key, is on the house of the key. This communication is vital, positive, and it's going to get things moving. It may not just be like written conversations, it can be, you know, verbal conversations about travel. But this travel is in relation to something you love, is in relation to what you're attracted to, because it's on the house of the heart. And then we have a doubling up here, the stars on the stars, which I absolutely love, with the fish and the heart. I mean, this can just speak of a lot of emotion regarding, you know, a love interest. But the heart is on the house of the fish. So it's not just love, it's money as well. It's like, you know, the full package here. And this finance, the money card is on the house of the ring, which you're immediately dealing with right now. It's a new financial transaction here, I think, or a financial relationship, or one that involves a lot of, like, you know, love and sex. Sometimes that can be sex, that's almost like kind of destined. It's a wish for you. And yet, see what's troubling you still up here is this snake. So maybe this is a new relationship you're getting into. Maybe this is someone's ex. It can sometimes be an ex, a jealous ex. There's somebody that maybe your new person has been involved with that creates trouble. And I think there's a concern that they're maybe still dealing with this person here. But honestly, to see the mice up here, but all these beautiful cards, I really don't think it's anything to worry about. I certainly wouldn't be, you know, spoiling all this beautiful energy because of the mice and the snake, you know. There's an official ending of some sort coming up here with the tower being on the house of the coffin, hopefully related to whatever this snake is here. And there's news coming through here. This news is about movement, probably moving house. It can be, you know, a relocation or a promotion of some sort. It can also speak of a flight. So this journey, maybe, you know, by air ticket. Maybe that's what the tickets are through. Maybe you're hoping to travel somewhere or go abroad, and everything's kind of snared up here. You don't know what's happening. We're all very worried. And then, you know, things sort of open up here. There's news coming through on that. And there is the secret, if you like, or what is hidden or what's currently unknown to you, is that there's something new here. There's something fresh and innocent. It's probably a new job for some of you, but it can also be a new friendship with a man. And I think either this man has ended something with a third party, or this is just somebody that's floating about here, or he, you know, maybe he's like still connected with this person through work, and you know, they're going off on a business trip, and you're like, oh dear God. There's a lot of really good cards here, Libra. So let's look at your last four, which is letter, heart, anchor, and man. I mean, that honestly, you could not get a better line. This is like a love letter that brings in answers and resolutions. This speaks of an enduring love, a lifetime love, an immovable love involving this man. Okay, so I think the doubt and the worry that's coming in about possible third party really shouldn't be there. Okay, let's take a bit of clarification. What should we have to do? Take a wee tiny deck. See for Libra. Put Libra in the deck, please. And a bit of clarification for Libra. I think that's fairly concise, because sometimes there can be a few anomalies, but let's see. Libra. One more. Do not shuffle very well, it's so tiny. Seeing the Lovers. Libra. Okay. Right, you're on the house of the mountain, so I'm going to ask firstly why you're on the house of the mountain. There's a Tower in reverse here. So this can be like trying to avoid some sort of disaster here, or it's a disaster that's already happened and you're picking up the pieces here. The Five of Pentacles is also in reverse. So there's a big kind of like a sudden change here. The Magician and the Emperor's in reverse. And there's the Five of Cups on the King of Swords. So there is some sadness here. I don't know if this has happened yet. Now the Emperor being in reverse can speak about the father, your boss. It can be your own partner. He's out of his energy. So this is either someone who's, you know, tyrannical. I think it could be, because I've got the Whip here and I've got the Bear and the Mountain. This is a very forceful energy. This is someone who wants to exert their dominance and, you know, be listened to. What they say is how it's going to be. And that might be the relationship that you're in now, or this is what is creating blockages, or you maybe want to put distance between yourself and this person, but your focus is still on them. Let me see the ring above your head. What is the ring for Libra? The ring on the birds for Libra. Two Swords. So there is conversation here. It might be a conversation you don't want to hear. It might be a decision that you're putting off making, or you've been asked to make a decision following this conversation. It can be that you're hearing gossip. Sometimes it can be gossip. The Stars in reverse here. There's disappointment here. There's disappointment and there's weight. This snake is playing a part, and I don't know if it's you, Libra, that's having this invitation for, you know, an affair, or has engaged in that, or it's the person that you're dealing with. This ring, this conversation about a relationship, usually it's a relationship or a contract, I feel you're kind of avoiding it. It might be something that you don't feel you can fix, or it just depresses you and you just don't want to deal with it. Let me see what the Sun is in Libra's future. The Sun on the past. So this is a happy decision. I'm coming right back to this sort of lucky decision. It's like a lucky change in events. Show me the Sun on the path for Libra. It can sometimes speak about wavering in love. Oh my God, seriously? The Justice card and the Three of Swords, I'm not sure which way they come out. This is like a legal separation here. It might be one that makes you feel really happy, or you're in two minds about it. Because I think someone here is dealing with someone who could be, you know, abusive. You know, this is someone who is really possibly throwing their weight around. And yet there is a man here with an invitation, and I don't know if it's a new man, or it's a man that you're with, or it's a man you used to be with. But there is pain here, and I think that's maybe where these clouds are coming in. So let's have a look. Show me the clouds. What is creating the clouds for Libra? Temperance in reverse. Okay, that is speaking to me about mental health, emotional health, being up and down. 1 minute all happy, next minute everything's disastrous. There's someone, this is like not being on an even keel, you know, not being able to moderate your emotions, because there's something troubling you. You feel that you don't know something. You feel that there's something hidden. You feel that you're maybe being lied to, that somebody's up to something here. I don't know, we've given it an Emperor in reverse with the Magician. Is it someone is intentionally gaslighting you and messing with your mind? Or it's something you're flat out avoiding to see the truth? Right, where are we going in the ship? Because this ship is on the house of the heart. Where is Libra going in the ship? courtship and fish together. The Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Now, there might be some delays to this, Libra, with the Eight of Wands being here. But this is saying that you're not going to be like, you know, traveling alone, you know. This could be like a work trip. A Wheel of Fortune. This is changing up. You are going to get answers that come through here. There has been stress about it, you know, maybe whether to go, maybe to make this trip, or whatever this trip represents. It is like a romantic trip, though, you know, might just be a weekend away. There's help with the Three of Pentacles. There's other people involved. This might be somebody that comes out and fixes your car. Maybe you can't get the key out your, you know, in your car or out your car. You've got car troubles here, and there's someone here, albeit there's like, you know, delayed. It is in some way delaying your trip. There is someone who's coming to help, and the Wheel of Fortune is going to get things moving again. This is kind of like where it changes up. Big lucky changes. And it might just be like a financial transaction, you know. Okay, I'm going straight to the doublers. So let me see the clover on clover. Why we get clover on clover for Libra, the strength. So it could be a Leo you're dealing with here. I'm seeing a lot of fun there. I don't know if it's specifically around, maybe you're going to the zoo or a safari or some sort of trek. This meeting, this get together, this group, this, you know, competition, lucky decision that you make is really kind of empowering, you know. It might be specifically in relation to your health, you know. Maybe it's like I don't know, you're going to like boot camp or something like that. You're, you know, building up your strength, your physical strength. But this is lucky. It's kind of like double luck coming through here. And yet it's above all that kind of harsh, blocked enemy energy. Temperance in reverse here again. So this is this emotional ups and downs, trying to moderate things. This might be even like trying to moderate your own energy levels. There's something lucky in terms of a group or a meeting that you go to that's going to make you feel much more sort of revitalized. And it might be an attempt to, you know, deal with your emotional health. It might be like, maybe it's a therapist that you're going to see, or it's, you know, some sort of support group. Show me the stars on the stars for Libra. Stars on the stars. Right, it didn't quite come out, but it was the Eight of Cups. The stars on the stars for Libra. The Hangman in reverse. Stars on the stars. It's the Three of Pentacles again. This is the answer that we're getting. It's the Empress. Honors. I'm hearing honors. That's help in Scotland. It's like someone kind of wading in here to kind of help you out for whatever reason. The stars are guidance and they're healing as well. This is a King of Wands with a Nine of Swords here and an Empress in the upright. So there's stress here. And I'm coming back to this, that I don't know if this is someone you're meeting new and that you've got some stressful issues around it here. I feel that it brings in some sort of healing for you, Libra. There's something about this meeting or this new person that's making you very nervous. It might be just a case that you just need to, you know, experience it to get rid of that. Because the outcome, honestly, couldn't be nicer. But, you know, there might be two men here. Sometimes the dog can be the other man, okay? Maybe you're in a relationship here and this is someone you want to get with and you're thinking of having an affair. Show me the dog with the child for Libra. Because this new friendship is actually part of the secret, okay? Okay, then we'll get the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. So it's like, there might be like, hold on, the dog and the child. I'm not really digging this deck. This is a secret. It's a High Priestess. And there's the King of Wands again. With the Empress. Hold on, I want a different deck. I'm hearing Beyonce's Crazy in Love. Got me looking so crazy right now. Okay. Who's the dog for Libra? Child and dog for Libra. Okay, it's got occupation. So I think it's some sort of work trip. Or a trip that looks like a work trip. The friend and the the child and dog for Libra's future. Child and dog. Because this communication is coming through from the dog, and it's part of your outcome, and it's the marriage. This can say that somebody wants to work on a relationship. Okay, I don't know what stage your relationship's at, but the state of the marriage is sometimes what that card is, and that might be something that's currently over, a relationship that's over, somebody wants to work on it. But the Three of Pentacles, to me, in reverse, although there's like a lot of help and it's come through a couple of times, coming through in reverse here, this might be someone that's not able to see that, or is not prepared to negotiate sometimes, not prepared to pitch in. Because then there might have been a betrayal here, maybe that's the bottom line. Right, show me the outcome. Let's look at the letter. The letter for Libra. The letter is on the House of the Key. So this letter from this dog has got some answers in it. It's a pathway. This is a very long-term plans, really. The path is a card of 1 to 2 years. I've got the butterflies coming out the path here. I think someone wants to work on a relationship here. The letter, pathways. This is someone who sees you in their future, basically. A mature woman. This is either you, or the letter is from a mature woman. The letter is regarding a mature woman. The letter for Libra. I'm hearing, obviously, not obviously, but long and winding road that leads to your door. What song's that? That's the Beatles. I don't know the title, but I'll find it and I'll post it. Official person. Official person. So this mature woman can be a boss. She could be someone in uniform. She's someone who, you know, holds a certain position. Can also be someone who's very rigid, very obstinate, not very warm. This is what this communication is about here. I don't know if this is someone that this person is dealing with, or this is how they see you. Give me an archetype, please, on the mature woman and the official person. These can be two different people. These can be your parents. But this is a love letter. Mature women for Libra. Mature women. Mature women for Libra. And the official person for Libra. Got a child and a king here. So we've got family. This letter is about family. It may not be your family. This is like this new friendship or this new relationship you're entertaining. This could be what's in the communication. Tell me about the heart in this communication. It's the house. This is property. Again, it can speak of, you know, your close family members here. And the Lovers. This is like maybe someone is buying their dream home because it's on the House of the Fish. This speaks of a purchase of property. It may have been a long time coming with the pathway here. This dog, even if it is just a friendship at this stage, he is knighting the heart and the stars. It's almost like a destined love. A secret love even. But he's been dealing with like, I don't know if there's, you know, somebody has passed. There has been like an official ending that this dog has been dealing with. And maybe they've, you know, had like stuff they have to wrap up. Show me the anchor, double anchor for Libra. The courtship. And that is like the early stages of the courtship. Usually it is a meeting, coming right back to up here, the meeting. The meeting is making someone like, you know, discombobulated. It might well be because you're crazy in love. And the man for Libra. It can just be a meeting about property, but I really don't think so. Hello, sudden wealth. And the main female, that's my Libra, with the great fortune. Oh my God, I mean, the outcome just looks tremendous. I think I said the same in the Aries reading. Maybe someone who's come into a lot of money. Maybe he's been wrapping up a family estate here. Maybe he's been dealing with, you know, exes and rivals and... I don't think he's a snake. He's not. Okay. Show me this. Show me. Oh, it's gone. Give me. I'm trying to be careful because I know there's a wee wasp around. Okay, it's our snake. Praise be. Somebody's going to prison. The snake. Not ready yet. Poverty. So, yeah. Yeah. Who's the snake? Who dat? House and official person again. So there's been some sort of issue around property and finances in terms of who's been dealing with this snake. I think this is the new friend, the new man has been dealing with this snake. And in some way they're like, you know, locked down. I mean, to see imprisonment next to the tower is literally like prison. It could be somebody who's actually going to prison. What more on the snake? Because I think the snake, aside from possible health issues of your own and maybe dealing with your, you know, a parent, is the thing that's worrying you, and it's almost the thing that's spoiling it, Libra. Show me the snake on him with imprisonment. Snake imprisonment for Libra. Snake. Snake and imprisonment for Libra. Pleasure seekers. And a gift. And a letter. Pleasure seekers. And a thief. Okay. So this is someone who's there's communication coming through here. Something has been taken. It's probably been taken by the snake, whoever the snake may be. This can be someone who's basically, you know, paying their dues. There is a female enemy under here with misfortune. There's someone, you know, getting their dues here. Now, it's a bit in the future. Might be like 6 weeks. But that is the news. That's the positive news coming from this friend, that possibly this entanglement is over. Show me the coffin. 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 It's there's my coffin. It's the coffin on the dog for Libra. Yeah, this is it. It's the lover, who's the dog, and the female enemy, who's the snake. The Lord underneath the deck. So yeah, that's basically it. This is someone that you maybe you don't know them yet, or you know, you have like a secret attraction for them, but there's going to be some sort of serendipitous meeting up here. It's going to be incredibly lucky. It's going to make you feel revitalized. Pretty nervous about it, but this dog has been dealing with this snake who's an enemy of his or hers, and they, you know, they're going to lose out. They're not just an enemy, they're a thief. They've taken something and now they're getting like officially locked down. Whatever that is, it's like case closed. There's something that is finally wrapping up there, and now this man has got sudden wealth. Alright, and take some advice, Libra. So as I say, as much as your cards look like, you know, some of them are like really sad and you haven't made this transformation yet and you're sort of in between, it's just sort of saying it's going to come and it won't be too long. So keep the heat. Libra, what advice do you have for this time period for Libra, for this reading, please, Spirit? What's the best advice you can offer Libra? Libra advice. Oh Christ, the Elder. So you're dealing with some ancestral patterns here that you have to deal with. Oh gosh, I'm sure I got those two cards for someone else. Can't think who, I'm afraid, but yeah, gosh, they go together so very well. The Shaman is about releasing negative patterns, lower energy people from your environment, and the Elder is telling you that, you know, the buck stops here. That you have to write your own story in life and to stop reliving, you know, conditioned patterns. Your ancestors are watching over you, and I said that in one of the weeklies as well. Was it a weekly? I can't remember. But yeah, basically that's it. Be the light. Be the light. Be the white witch. Surround yourself with positive energy and positive people, and remove everything and everyone else. That's your reading, guys. Have a good one. Cheerio, bye.